Will Vandervoort, Clemson Insider. How's spring been different for you this year than the last two?
First off, just getting to go with the first team. Last year, this was a big time for me, going with the second team, getting all those reps. But now this year, they've let Cade step off to the side because, he had a great year, so they let me get some reps. First team this year, and that's been very beneficial. Different things, different speeds. I feel like I've gotten a lot better because of that, and just very grateful for that too. Coach Swinney let me know that before spring started, so I feel like I've taken big steps because of that.
Grayson man with TigerNet.com. Just we talk about that experience with the first team, getting thrown into the fire like that. What are maybe some moments where you felt like, okay, I'm getting better and progressing here?
Well, just going into it, Coach Swinney told me a couple times he would throw me in there at some random points, and in the first scrimmage, he just threw me in there on a random play and threw a touchdown. It was a great play, great design play, and that kind of boosted my confidence with that because, I just stepped in there. I was ready, paying attention, and so that was just testament to a lot of hard work, being ready, but also just, being able to communicate with the first team. Going in the Florida State game, Cade got knocked out for one play, and I went in, and, to me it meant a lot because I looked around and nobody was freaking out. I could tell everyone was trusting me, and we took a deep shot on that play, so that was pretty fun too. But just to see everyone that day believe in me, and then now fast forward to spring and get those real reps, it's been really good.
John Blount with Post-Burger. I guess just maybe talk about this before, just going back. Coach Wayne's talked about kind of the plan for you was that we're not taking a quarterback the next year. You're going to redshirt. Why was that something that was appealing to you to have that much run time up to being a starting quarterback?
Yeah, definitely a different scenario than a lot of quarterbacks would probably accept. But for me, I knew coming out of high school, I was either going to be ready or I was going to need to develop, and I was with that plan 100%. I talked to it with my parents and my high school coaches, and coming out of high school, I just felt like that was a good plan for me. And then just that first year, I was able to just sit there with Coach Swinney every practice and go through it with him. And so I could see that plan kind of playing out. And now the next year, I got more reps and just continue to see myself developing because of that extra year. And I think I'll look back and think about that as being one of my biggest years for my development.
I guess what gave you that trust that that you're actually gonna be able to follow through with that plan, that they're genuine in that, and it's not just pistachio or whatever.
It really just comes down to Coach Swinney, me trusting in him, and just the plan that we had, the plan that we talked about when I was recruiting. To me it sounded great. I was either gonna come in and be ready, or I was gonna need to develop, and I needed to develop, and this is what happened, and I'm grateful for it. I don't ever think twice about it. So,
do you ever have other guys from around the country say, CV, why haven't you wanted to do this like all the rest of us?
Yeah, for sure. I got a couple buddies that have asked me that, but I can't sit here and complain about not playing when I knew this was this could happen. When I knew I was coming in behind another top-rated quarterback and I was going to redshirt, I can't sit here and complain when I knew this was a possibility. So, and at the same time, I'm in here working every single day. They don't coach me any different than Cade, so I still feel like I'm getting better every day, and I'm getting ready for next year at the same time. So,
Darian Carter, Greenville News. What is it like so far this spring working with Tristan Smith? Just what has he kind of brought to this team so far? How has it kind of helped you kind of grow as a quarterback?
Number one, he's a great guy. He came in here. I think Coach Swinney said this to y'all. He's like the happiest guy. You can tell this is genuinely something he really wanted to do, and he's happy to be here. But at the same time, he's 6'5". He's kind of that traditional Clemson receiver I grew up watching, and so to throw to him is really exciting. We had a couple big connections in the scrimmages just because he's a big target. And the way he runs routes, the way he just wants to learn, I could really see him being a big-time player for us.
Josh Mason, Clemson Insider. CV, saw that video of you throwing the touchdown pass to Tyler Brown. How have you seen him get healthy, and what does his development look like this spring?
What I'll say about Tyler is, even when he was hurt, he still wanted to learn. He was still coming up to me, trying to get his reps in mentally, and it's always been that way for him. But now to see him get out there and make those big-time plays like he was 2 years ago, that means the world for me to see, and I know it means the world to him because I just know how hard he works, and it's been really good to see that.
I guess again, jump back just specifically a year, where are you better as a quarterback? Do you think it's decision making or ball placement or?
I feel like the whole thing for me has been, the mental side of the game. and be able to see more in practice. Like I said, my first year was really all mental reps. I felt like I got better. And then the second year I was able to apply that. And now I'm doing that with the first and second team. And like I said, I'm applying it now. But the mental side has always been big for me. And, you know, the coaches, Taj Boyd, Cole Stout, Paul Tyson, Coach Riley, and Coach Sweeney, you know, they've all been helping me do it. And so I really appreciate them for helping me.
Toby Corsten, Tiger Illustrated. On that same note, how helpful is it to be going up against a different defense this spring?
I mean, I wouldn't say it's too different. I mean, obviously the speed, but it's still the same guys, but they've developed. And, you know, at the same time, I'm thinking like, all right, this is the best defense in the country that I'm going up against on a Wednesday afternoon. But it's a little bit different, but not too much, because I see those guys all the time. But at the same time, I know it's really just me getting used to the standard, I would say. I mean, we're a really good team, so getting to practice against everybody has been huge. How
much does your progression help that you've got to do all 3 years with Garrett and be in this offense?
I think it's helped a lot. You know, it was obviously when I first got here, I was with Coach Streeter for about 3 days, and then they made the switch. But Coach Riley, he's really helped me like get adjusted to the college game, and then, you know, the past 2 years, he's helped me learn from the reps I've gotten and develop that way. But at the same time, you know, he's just a great coach, and he's always there to help me. Even when Cade's in, we're talking about what's going on and everything, so he's been a huge help.
Last spring game, I think you said you weren't like pleased with your performance in that game. I guess heading to this Saturday's match, what are you kind of hoping to show the case to the fans afterwards?
I mean, I'm just gonna go out there and play. I'm not gonna change anything. I think this has been another good spring. I said that last year because I was just disappointed because my spring was so good. I just felt that way. I felt like another good spring, but yeah, I'm not going to change anything this Saturday, but just go have fun and display what we've been working on.
You like the format they're going to do for the spring game?
I mean, I do. It's different. A lot of other places are doing it. I think one of the pluses is, you know, getting the calls from Coach Riley and having that type of chemistry, and then, you know, rotating receivers. When we split the teams, it's kind of like some of the receivers that you have the best chemistry with are on the other side. And it's like, but this year we got everybody on one side. I'm excited about it.
Is there any bets or anything with the defense on who's going to win?
There's a little bit of trash talk. We were a little bit trash talk today, but I'm sure that will continue to ramp up. But no bets right now. No.
What have you learned from Cade? Maybe you have to say like the biggest thing you're taking away from watching Cade in the last couple of years. What would that be?
Well, you know, when I got here, he was coming off of his the ACC MVP game, and then the Orange Bowl. So I really seen him just, you know, when I first met him till now, like I feel like he's taking a big step in his leadership, and you really can just tell he's taking control of the offense, and then really just him being comfortable, him seeing himself develop. I feel like that's kind of how I see it as myself. I mean, I haven't gotten to play as much, but just the confidence I see him like developing, so I know I can develop just like that because we're in the same system.
I guess what allowed him to develop that way? I guess what do you pattern in terms of the way he's doing things?
I mean, I think him just getting older, but at the same time, just the more reps he's gotten, and it means a lot to him. I really respect him for how he goes about his business.
How do you know that it means so much to him? I guess what comes to mind?
I think just how he comes in daily, how he comes to practice. He always has the same energy. He's always pushing me. I'm always pushing him. You can just tell how much it means to him just by the way he walks in the room.
What's it been like working with Adam Randall in the backfield?
You know, it's really cool. You know, standing next to someone that's a little bit taller than me or as tall as me is something that I've never experienced in the backfield. So, but at the same time, you know, he's done a great job of getting in there and learning what to do back there. And at the same time, we put him out wide in an empty formation. He's done some things out there too. So, very versatile. So.
Anyone else for CV?
With this spring game on Saturday, is there someone that you're looking forward to for fans to see on the offense as they've grown and developed, or just who would be some names that come to mind?
I mean, I would just say the whole mid-year group. Those guys have gotten a lot of reps with some of the injuries we've had, and every single one of them has wanted to learn. They came in, the first time I saw them, they were asking questions. Like, first time I met all of them, they wanted to know what we were doing. So I think that Saturday just will be a display of the hard work they've put in, the reps they've gotten early on. So I'm excited about those guys.
Now, what kind of talks about Clemson retention rate when it comes to players? What makes wait a couple years for you to get your starting chance that you want to be around this program?
Well, in my opinion, it's just how real everybody is. We always talk about this being a family atmosphere, and it is. It's really a true family atmosphere. And then on the other side, it's, if I'm doing bad, they're going to tell me I'm doing bad. If I'm doing great, they're going to tell me I'm doing great. So I never have to sit there and guess on where I sit or how I've been doing. They're going to let me know. I can always go ask them. Anytime I want to ask Coach Sweeney something, his door is open, and you don't get that everywhere else. So it's just a real atmosphere.
Anybody else? All right.
Thank you, guys.